What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Unplugged and Uncut, the new source for sports news and entertainment. You are live with your boy Unique, and today I want to get into why the Spurs should want James Wiseman and Jonathan Kuminga. I know it's been stated that the Spurs would rather pick up Moses Moody, and with the Spurs being short at the guard position, it makes a lot of sense that they would prefer Moses Moody over Jonathan Kuminga. But in this video, I just want to try to see if I can make an argument for why the Spurs should want James Wiseman and Jonathan Kuminga. Before I get started though, guys, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. It really helps our channel out a lot. Not to mention, this video is being powered by our partners, Ultra Game. They are giving away some authentic NFL and NBA swag. All you have to do to be entered into the contest is be a subscriber for Ultra Game and Cloud9 Radio. That is right. Leave your favorite team in the comment section with your comment. That way they know who to pick from. There can only be one winner, and Ultra Game will be picking the winner this Sunday. So make sure, guys, you are subscribed so that way you could be the winner of that Ultra Game swag. But without further ado, let's get into the San Antonio Spurs and why they should want James Wiseman and Jonathan Kuminga. Now, we all know that Jakob Poeltl is the Spurs' best trade chip at this moment. In fact, they want 2 first-round draft picks with very little protections on those draft picks as well. I think for a player like Jakob Poeltl, that might be a little bit of a stretch. However, if you can get 1 first-round pick and 2 young talents, that could be considered quite the haul in my opinion. Now think about this. The first available picks, speaking of the Warriors, because we're dealing with Wiseman and Kuminga, that they have available is 2026 or 2028. If they get that 2028 pick with very little protection, Steph Curry will be 40 years old. That could be a really good pick, high value. Even the 2026 pick, where he's 38 years old, could be a pick with a lot of value there. Now, with Jakob Poeltl being 27 years old, he actually fits in well with the Warriors players timeline as well, being able to slot right in under Andrew Wiggins and keep the team going forward when your championship vets go ahead and retire. So Jakob Poeltl does fit the timeline for the Warriors. He's also a win now player, and the Spurs are more into a, I don't want to say tank mode, but they are playing for Victor Wembanyama. And maybe not Victor Wembanyama, but possibly a top 5 draft pick. So let's look at the 2 players at hand. Jonathan Kuminga. Jonathan Kuminga, in his brief NBA stint, has been a bad boy. This man has flashed a ton of potential, and at 6'8", he can literally play multiple positions. He could be on the wing or play down low with some of the bigs. I know you got Keldon Johnson there, and you got Jeremy Sochan, but Keldon Johnson's been playing more small forward, and Jeremy Sochan is so versatile, he could be a point forward. So I do see Jonathan Kuminga, there is room for him on this team. Even if he's coming off the bench backing up Jeremy Sochan, I mean, this kid has a lot of talent and a player that you would want on your team, especially standing at 6'8", athletic, very strong. Next, we got James Wiseman, a 7'1" center. This kid is dripping with talent. He hasn't put it all together yet because he's still young. But what if the Spurs pair James Wiseman and have him learning from Tim Duncan? Even if you pick up Victor Wembanyama, James Wiseman is a benefit because the Spurs have stated they would rather have Victor play power forward. That way you could save the young man's body from having to bang with the other bigs in the league. Having a player like James Wiseman could make a lot of sense. It also makes sense keeping Jakob Poeltl there as well, guys. So I'm with you if you say that. I'm just trying to make the argument for why the Spurs should want Wiseman and Kuminga, and not the argument for why they shouldn't, because I honestly can make it both ways. But I just want to see if I can convince y'all guys. Think about it. James Wiseman, Victor Wembanyama, Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell, ooh, Jeremy Sochan at the point. That is a big, deadly lineup, guys. That could be monstrous. What if you put Devin Vassell at the point, Keldon Johnson at the 2, Jonathan Kuminga at the 3, Victor Wembanyama at the 4, and James Wiseman at the 5? You'd have Malachi Brannon, Blake Wesley, Doug McBuckets, Jeremy Sochan, and Zach Collins as your second 5. That could be a team that is ready to step in next year and make a run at the playoffs. Guys, this is a trade that could help the Spurs. Even if you do not want to keep Jonathan Kuminga or James Wiseman, they could be looked at as future trade assets as well. So you're getting that first round pick in 2028, which is the real reason I think the Spurs should be going after this trade. If you can get that 2026 or that 2028 pick, just one of those is extremely valuable for a Warriors team that might be looking to rebuild about that time. So Spurs fans, how do y'all feel about this? Was I able to convince you the Spurs should go after James Wiseman and Jonathan Kuminga? Not to mention that first round pick. But yeah, sound off, and your boy is out. Peace.